New Golden Bachelor Mel Owens says, "No wigs allowed." June 6, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation news fans. Bachelor Nation fans were afraid that the Bachelor senior dating experiment was over after Jerry Turner's disastrous first season. Jerry did find love on the reality TV show, but ended up divorced after a few months of marriage. The breakup put a huge stain on the franchise. After over a year of silence on a possible second season, ABC announced former NFL player Mel Owens as the next lead for a new season coming this fall. Season 2 of The Golden Bachelor is reportedly due to start filming this month. Mel Owens recently returned to his college alma mater for a revealing podcast interview about what he's looking for in his next wife. He was previously married for 17 years before divorcing in 2020, according to Us Weekly. He has 2 sons with his ex. The podcast interview sparked backlash in Bachelor Nation as fans called the new lead shallow for his surprising demands. Keep reading for all the details. Mel Owens reveals his cutoff age for next wife. Mel Owens was a linebacker with the Los Angeles Rams from 1981 until 1989. An injury forced his retirement after 9 seasons. After leaving the NFL, he had several career changes. He was a financial advisor before deciding to return to college for his law degree. He's been a lawyer for over 2 decades, specializing in sports-related injury laws and workers' compensation. He was involved in a massive lawsuit against the NFL over alleged steroid use. Before his NFL career, Mel Owens was a star athlete at the University of Michigan. He was drafted 9th overall by the Rams in 1981. He was a guest on the University of Michigan's In the Trenches podcast recently. The topic turned to his casting as the Golden Bachelor. The former pro football player revealed that he didn't apply for the show himself. A friend gave him the phone number of someone who works with casting for the show. Mel Owens didn't call right off the bat, but eventually called after pestering from his friend. The process was long, but he was eventually cast as the next Golden Bachelor. This is where the podcast starts to get juicy. Mel Owens is nearly a decade younger than the first Golden Bachelor, Jerry Turner. The first season of the show had women between the ages of 60 and 75. But women that age are too old for Mel Owens. He said on the podcast that he wants the contestants to be between 45 and 60 years old. His first wife is 20 years younger than he is. Mel Owens said on the podcast that he told producers he was eliminating any contestants over 60. The producers allegedly told him that he couldn't use that word on the show. But he explained on the podcast that cutting is a football term he uses often. Fans slam new Golden Bachelor as shallow. As a former professional football player, Mel Owens is highly active, and he expects his contestants to live an active lifestyle too. He spoke on the podcast about his preferences for the women who join his season. In addition to an age limit, he said he doesn't want any women with artificial hips and wigs. Fans of the show took to a social media platform to blast the next Golden Bachelor as shallow for his demands. Do you agree? Let us know. Bachelor Mel Owens says, "No wigs allowed." Fans are divided over his shocking first rule. A new era begins with controversy. When ABC announced Mel Owens as the next Golden Bachelor, fans of the groundbreaking senior spin-off series were buzzing with excitement. A retired NFL linebacker turned lawyer, Mel, 67, seemed to check all the boxes. Charming, accomplished, handsome, and undeniably charismatic. But just as Bachelor Nation was ready to embrace him, Mel dropped a rule that's already sending shockwaves across the internet. No wigs, Mel declared during his first press interview. "I want authenticity. If you wear a wig to hide something, you're not being your real self." The fallout was instant. Social media lit up, former contestants weighed in, and even Jerry Turner, the first Golden Bachelor, was reportedly surprised by Mel's bold stance. While some fans praised him for encouraging transparency, Others accused him of being shallow, controlling, and ageist. So what's really behind Mel's controversial rule? And what does it say about the new season ahead? Meet Mel Owens, the man behind the rule. Before we dive deeper into the backlash, let's get to know the man at the center of this wig-fueled firestorm. Mel Owens is no stranger to the spotlight. He spent 10 years with the Los Angeles Rams in the NFL before pursuing a law degree and founding a successful sports injury law firm in California. Described by friends as honest to a fault, Mel prides himself on being direct, disciplined, and decisive, traits that may have played a role in his polarizing statement. "I've lived a life of no nonsense," Mel said in the Golden Bachelor promo. "When it comes to love, I'm not here to play games." Apparently, that extends to hair. The wig rule explained. According to Mel, the no wigs comment wasn't meant to offend, but to set a tone. "It's not about vanity," he said in an interview with Good Morning America. "It's about being comfortable in your own skin. I want to meet women who are proud of who they are." He insisted the rule isn't about policing appearances, but about authenticity. However, that explanation didn't sit well with everyone, especially women who've worn wigs for medical reasons or personal confidence. One former Golden Bachelor contestant, who asked to remain anonymous, shared, "A wig can be empowering. I wore mine because of hair loss after chemo. If he's judging us based on that, what else is he judging?" Jerry Turner weighs in. Jerry Turner, the Golden Bachelor trailblazer who won hearts nationwide, responded with characteristic grace. While he stopped short of directly criticizing Mel, his words were clearly thoughtful. "Everyone has their own preferences, but I hope no woman feels disqualified for being herself, wig or no wig," Jerry told People. "Love isn't about hair, it's about heart." Fans quickly noticed the contrast between Jerry's gentle demeanor and Mel's blunt delivery. And just like that, comparisons began, with many fans declaring Jerry the true golden standard. Contestants reconsidering? With filming set to begin next month, rumors are swirling that some of the prospective contestants are feeling uneasy about Mel's rule. An insider close to production revealed that casting had to do emergency reassurance calls to several women who felt targeted by Mel's comment. One woman was devastated, the source shared. "She's proud of how she looks but wears a wig to feel more feminine. She felt instantly judged." Another insider claimed that producers are encouraging Mel to walk back his statement, or at least clarify it further before the season starts. Fans react. Is this ageism in disguise? Bachelor Nation is nothing if not vocal. Twitter exploded with takes. Mel Owens needs a reality check. Wigs are a choice, not a lie. So we're policing hair now. What's next? No dentures. Honestly, I love it. He's setting boundaries. Be real or go home. But the deeper conversation had less to do with wigs, and more to do with how aging women are perceived. Critics say Mel's rule is rooted in a double standard. Older men are praised for graying hair and wrinkles, while women are pressured to look young, but then shamed for using enhancements. "It's internalized ageism disguised as honesty," said Dr. Carla Newell, a sociologist specializing in aging and media. Mel's statement, even if unintentional, reinforces the idea that women must be naturally aging to be valid, but only in the way men approve. Mel responds, again. After the uproar reached a fever pitch, Mel addressed the backlash with a new video on Instagram. "To anyone I hurt with my words, that wasn't my intention. I respect every woman's right to present herself however she feels best. My hope is just to find someone real, and for me, that means being able to take off the masks we all wear." But instead of calming the storm, his masks comment stirred even more controversy, with fans interpreting it as another dig at cosmetic choices. One user clapped back, "A wig isn't a mask. You want real? Then take off your football persona and show us the scared 67-year-old under it." Who is Mel really looking for? So what does Mel want in a partner? According to his bio, Mel is looking for a woman who's confident, grounded, and physically active. Someone who enjoys healthy living, deep conversation, and can laugh even when things get tough. Nowhere in the description is hair mentioned, yet it's now the most talked about topic of the season. He's obsessed with authenticity, said a former colleague. He's not trying to be cruel. He just sees life in black and white. There's no middle ground with Mel, and that's going to be his biggest challenge on the show. Will producers intervene? ABC producers are in a bind. On one hand, Mel is bringing attention, ratings gold. On the other, they're walking a tightrope trying not to alienate their core audience. Older women who've embraced self-expression and deserve to feel celebrated, not scrutinized. Rumors from inside production say producers are now considering a scene in the premiere where women show up intentionally wearing wigs to challenge Mel's rule, a gesture that could spark real conversation about beauty, aging, and acceptance. If they don't address it head-on, one insider said, they're missing a golden opportunity, pun intended. The wig herd around the world. As controversy continues to simmer, The Golden Bachelor hasn't even begun filming, and already it's the most talked about season yet. And if you think the wig drama is going away, think again. Bachelor Nation sleuths have identified at least 3 contestants who appear to wear wigs in their leaked profile photos, and fans are already rooting for them to stand their ground. One fan tweeted, "Please let one queen walk in, take off her wig, and hand it to Mel. I need that moment in my life." Can Mel redeem himself? Despite the backlash, Mel still has a chance to turn this around. After all, The Bachelor has long been about growth, redemption, and second chances, even when contestants or leads make missteps. "I'm learning," Mel admitted in a recent podcast. "The last thing I want is to make anyone feel like they have to change to be worthy of love. That's not what I believe." He added that he's open to changing his perspective, especially if he meets a woman who helped him do so. A lesson in vulnerability. Maybe Mel's story is less about wigs and more about how we allow ourselves to be seen. When I said, "no wigs," maybe what I meant was, don't be afraid to be real, Mel concluded. But maybe I need to take my own advice and be real about the ways I still have room to grow. Whether you love him or loathe him, Mel Owens is already shaking things up, and Bachelor Nation will be watching every step of the way. The hair-raising truth. The drama hasn't even hit our screens, but one thing is clear. The Golden Bachelor Season 2 is going to be messy, emotional, and unforgettable. Whether Mel sticks by his wig-free rule or lets love change his mind, one truth remains. This season won't just be about romance. It will be about what aging with authenticity really looks like and who gets to define it. Stay tuned.